moral of the story, we made it to
We
Thailand.
did.
I'll try anything once, but I couldn't bring myself to do it that day.
Yeah, I didn't eat a lot of the bugs, just a beetle. There were like brains and balls and things.
Balls and
I
what do
don't
you mean
remember
brains and
what, but
balls?
there was a brain. There was some sort of brain. You guys,
Okay, I know there was a brain, but what balls?
I don't
Whose
remember. There's
balls?
little chicken balls. I don't remember.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Those were actually
They were
really
just
good.
handing you skewers that were like
Yeah.
brains and balls and all kinds of things. I don't know. It was weird. It was all really weird, but it was all really delicious.
Ever wondered what your flight attendants are really talking about behind the galley curtain?
Welcome to Two Guys on a Plane, your go-to podcast for an insider look at flight attendant life.
We're your hosts, Rich and Drew, and we're here to tell you what really goes on at 35,000 feet.
So sit back, relax, we're ready for takeoff.
So people always ask us when we go on our group trips, do you guys non-rev or do you buy tickets to your destinations? And normally we take the chance and we non-rev. We go a few days early. We, leave ourselves plenty of room to catch flights. We route ourselves 1,000 times over to different places. But after a recent trip to Thailand, which was, I don't know, a bit of a chaotic
A
mess,
little bit.
just
of
a
a
little,
mess.
we might be rethinking that decision. So that's what we're going to talk about today is our trip to Thailand. But first, Andrew, how was getting to Thailand?
It was terrible.
Yeah,
It
to
was
say
an
the
awful
least.
experience. So we had planned
It was an adventure.
it was an adventure and we made it.
We did make it.
Surprise.
That is the
I don't want to cut the
win.
ending short, but we did make it. So we gave ourselves a couple extra days. We had planned a podcasting day so that we could get everything wrapped up before we left. And then a snowstorm is upon us. So we were trying to figure out, should we leave earlier, later? What do we do? It just turned into a nightmare. It was awful. I was a stress pit the whole time we were doing it.
It was really hard, to be fair to you, to not be stressed out because we planned that podcast day, which we really couldn't move because we didn't have any new episodes recorded or ready to come out. So we're like, we have to do this, even though we should probably leave even a day earlier because we knew that storm was going to hit Philly and like it wrecked the entire East Coast basically.
Oh, and we had both been working like 6 days prior.
Yeah, we were exhausted too. So we had trips, we had podcasting. We're like, we're going to have to just figure it out. Luckily, I mean, I think we had like 3 or 4 days early is what we planned.
We had like 2 days early. So we decided to go ahead and pack up the night before our podcasting day, come do our podcast, and leave from the studio and go right to the airport. We get to the airport because there are like 50 open seats or something like that. But the day prior or the next day, all the flights started canceling about this time in the evening.
So people were jumping ship.
So everyone was moving forward. So we ended up being like 1 and 2 on this non-rev list that didn't get cleared.
Yeah, like a bunch of non-revs got cleared to get out of Philly, and we were the next 2. And they were like, we can roll you over, and we were like, to like what? 3 days
Thursday?
from now. Yeah.
It was
so
disappointing.
We did what any good flight attendant does. We immediately open up StaffTraveler, and we start looking like crazy people. We're looking at like every route possible. We're like, maybe we
not every route possible. We are not looking at every route possible. There are 3 possibilities out of Philly the following day.
Well, okay, that's true because there were only 3 flights that hadn't canceled yet.
Correct.
Spoiler alert, they ended up canceling anyway. But yeah, I think it was like Chicago was one of them.
Chicago, Seattle, and Dallas didn't cancel, so we were looking to see where we could get. So we make plans using StaffTraveler. Thankfully, their routing tool, which is a lifesaver.
And Mom, if you're listening, StaffTraveler is the #1 non-rev app. If you travel standby, you absolutely need this app.
You have to.
It's free to download. It's free to use. You can also buy credits to get flight loads, but basically you put in your city pairings. You can explore different routes, different airlines all around the world. You can request on anybody, and then employees from those airlines answer the load request basically and tell you how many seats are available, how many people are listed, all that sort of good stuff. So like it's an absolute game changer because A, you can check loads, which is clutch on airlines that are not your own, and B, you can, in these panic situations like trying to get out of Philly in a freaking blizzard, you can figure out which routes to take.
It was wild. At the end of the day, the end of the story is we ended up purchasing tickets. We went through using StaffTraveler to figure out the best route to get from like JFK or Newark or
Hmm.
somewhere close to us. But we didn't have access to buses, trains, anything. We ended up having to Uber. I don't often pat myself on the back travel wise, but I decided that of our options, we needed to figure out which one was coming in from an international destination because they were least
Yeah.
likely to cancel. So we like stalked the flight that we wanted to take and we made sure it left before we
Right.
purchased the tickets because the ticket was the price of
Right.
a Zed fare. So we were like,
We might
we're
as well
just
just
going to
buy
do it. We're
tickets
just going
at
to
this
buy the
point.
ticket at this
Yeah.
point. The Zed fare is going to cost this. The ticket is going to cost this.
Plus, again, standby in a snowstorm hadn't worked out for us previously, so
3 days prior,
yeah.
we're still fighting
we
it.
bit the
so-
bullet, spent more money than we wanted to, but we bought tickets. But we tried buses and trains too.
Everything.
I think we had like 4
We were trying to hire
different.
car services.
Yeah.
No one was operating.
We had
the
like
storm.
4 Amtrak tickets purchased at different times. Like they kept canceling and putting us on a different one, and then finally they canceled all the trains. So we were like, how are we even going to get to JFK?
Yeah, we Ubered, surprisingly.
Which is an adventure all on its own, because we like did one of those things where you can like schedule the Uber, and she texted us like an hour before she got there and was like, I'm on my way, the roads are bad, but here we go, like I'm ready to do this. And I was like, okay, this seems promising. And it turns out she has an electric car, so like halfway through the ride she's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to pull
Oh, I
over
forgot about
at a rest
this.
stop, and we're gonna have to charge the car.
I totally forgot about the
And we
charging
were like,
situation.
oh, how long will that take? And she's like, not long. It took us like a solid hour sitting at a rest stop in New Jersey. But you know what? All part of the adventure. But I think it took us like 4.5 hours to get from our house to JFK, and should only be like an hour and a half.
Well, honestly, there was like 2 feet of snow on the ground, so it was
Yeah.
going to take that long anyways. It was
Yeah.
really fine. It's all fine. We got there safely. It all worked out. We eventually made it to Thailand the morning of our trip,
Yeah.
which we really hate to do because I don't know if you all know Andrew or not, but she takes a minute to get ready for people.
Yeah, we both like to have a good buffer day to just sleep and become normal people again, because we're both irritable when we're tired. And yeah, I think it might have shown that day a little bit.
To the traveler we saw in the lobby that day, I'm sorry for my attitude. I just really had been flying for like, not even flying. We had been
Yeah.
trying to get to Thailand for like 4 days, and then we had been flying for a
Yes.
full day, and I really just needed a shower in bed. So I'm sorry I didn't hang out and chat in the lobby with you.
But moral of the story, we made it to
We
Thailand.
did.
And thank you, StaffTraveler, for saving
Even when
the
we
day.
buy tickets, StaffTraveler always comes in
Seriously.
clutch to help us figure out who we need to buy tickets on.
Yes. Download the app if you haven't already at stafftraveler.com/2guys. It's amazing and you will not regret it.
We'll never.
But now we're in Thailand.
Okay, we made it.
We are in our hotel. We got a nap. We got a shower. We had a really nice hotel room, actually, too. It was so comfortable. The AC worked like a charm.
Oh, it was kicking.
it
was good.
kicking.
It was kicking. The AC was good.
Had a huge bathtub. That was nice.
Okay, this hotel was wild to me because I love hotel rooms, but the actual room that the bed was in was smaller than the bathroom,
That's true.
which I love.
It was very
I love a good
odd.
bathroom.
Yeah, I do like a good bathroom. But yeah, day one, we took a nap, finally met up with the group. We if you haven't been on one of our trips, you should. But what we like to do first is meet up with everybody for happy hour before dinner, which didn't work out in Egypt so well because the hotel didn't serve alcohol. Schwupps. But it worked out in Thailand, and we had a really nice view on the rooftop in Bangkok, where we started our trip, and it was so nice. We got to meet everybody. We always hand out these little tote bags, kind of custom tote bags for the trip, just to get everybody excited and have something useful for the trip, and kick everything off.
And from there we go to dinner. They always plan us this really lovely welcome dinner, which we enjoy, which gives us a
Yes.
like taste of the country that you're in.
Yeah, the good thing about these trips too is we always have a local guide with us, like every step of the way. And I think that's my favorite thing is that they're always so in tune with like what's going on in
Mhm.
their country and their cities, that they always like plan these really delicious welcome dinners. And this was no exception. We had some amazing food.
We did. All of Thailand was amazing food though.
Yeah. What was your favorite food in Thailand that you had?
It was at the farewell dinner, the street market that we went to. Do you remember those little coconut balls? They were like pancake coconut balls. We had
There
coconut
were
pancakes somewhere else, but these were like coconut balls.
I didn't like those. Did you
What?
put sugar on them?
Yeah,
Because you can eat them with the sugar or without the sugar. I
yeah.
don't remember what those are
It was
called.
like coconut pudding balls. I don't know. It was like a pancake on the outside with like a little pudding squirt on the inside.
Yeah, I think it was a texture thing for me. It was like, am I chewing this? It's like gushing coconut in my mouth. I wasn't sure what I was doing there.
Yeah, not to get too far ahead, but we ate a lot of street food. And
Hmm.
this is the other thing I love about the trips and the local guides is they know what street food is safe for you to eat. So like you're looking at all these weird things and you're like, should I try? Should I not try?
Right.
And the guide is always like, absolutely, we're getting 4 of
Yeah.
these.
He like went overboard too. Our guy JJ was honestly so amazing.
Oh my god, he was the
He
best.
was so like animated and enthusiastic, and he also like just wanted to make sure everybody had a good time everywhere we went. Like I don't know what he takes, like caffeine pills or something, but he was like so energetic and excited the whole time and took such good care of
Such
everybody.
good care of us.
But yeah, the food was seriously next level. And then after dinner that first night was really funny because there was a nightclub on our itinerary. In Thailand, they don't go out till like super late, especially in like Bangkok and Phuket and stuff like the bigger cities like that. And I think we went like right after dinner at like, did it open at 9?
It did open at 9, but we
We
didn't
were
get
the
there till almost 10 because we went to that night market first,
Oh,
which was a
true.
really good
Yeah.
addition to the itinerary because
Yes.
that's not normally there. But JJ knew that we would need a bit
Of
more
shopping.
time.
Yeah. We always wanna shop. When
We
you
always
come
want
on
to
a trip
shop.
with us, you're gonna shop and you're gonna eat. But when we got to this nightclub, it was hilarious because it was really cool, like, different floors, different rooms that you can hang out in, but there was no one there, and it was the funniest thing because I was like, "This was me in college." I was absolutely that person that was always to the bar a little too early or, like, there on the night of the week where no one else is going out, and then, like,
uh,
all the cool people would be out one night and I'd be in my room being like, "Ah, crap, I screwed up again."
we left the bar at like 11 p.m. and you would have thought we partied until 3 a.m. Like, because no one was there still. You
Right.
would have thought we shut the
Like,
bar
shut the
down.
bar
There was
down.
still no one
Yep,
at
there
the
was
bar.
still no one there. Yeah, we were not back that late at all that night. It was
No.
crazy.
I really like that bar too. It gave me, do you remember that ruin bar in Budapest that we went to?
Yes.
That had, it was like
Like,
the
with the tree in
apartment
the
building.
middle? Oh,
No, the
yeah.
apartment building
Yeah,
with all
yeah.
the different rooms.
Mhm. But honestly, it was probably good that we were not out super late because day 2 was busy and we started kinda early. We went to a museum, like a cultural museum to learn, like, history and different Buddhas and cultural things that have happened in Thailand's political history, all sorts of stuff. That was really interesting.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that day. You know,
And
I
then
love a museum.
I do too. And it was funny because there were a lot of school groups in there, and I was like, "Is this museum for kids?" But also, I was highly entertained, so I don't really care if it is for
Same.
kids or not.
Yeah. You did pull up a desk. There was like an actual classroom setting in one of the
There
rooms to
was,
show you what school in
yeah.
Thailand was like,
Well, and they
which
had
was like, okay, I'm
computers.
learning today.
Yeah. They had computers from, like, when we were kids, like, people in their 30s, like, millennials when millennials were kids, and it's so funny because, like, we remember having, like, these computer labs as kids, and they were like, "Oh, look at these, like, artifacts," and I was like, "I feel so old right now that a floppy disk is an artifact," but here we are.
Here we are. And from the museum, we went on a longboat ride,
Yes, the long-tail boat.
longtail boat.
Long-tail boat?
We
Yeah.
did a lot of boats, so
There
I
was a
don't
lot of
remember what they're
boating.
all called.
I think it was Longtail. But it's a really cool boat. Like,
It
I really
was.
enjoyed that experience.
Same.
Seems like you could tip them pretty easy though, and that made me a little anxious.
They did have to, for the aviation people, they did have to weight and balances a lot on this
There
boat.
was there was a lot of weight and balance issues, which was funny. And then they took us one of the stops on the boat ride was like an artist village, which was really cool. They had different like things that they were making and paintings
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that sort of stuff. Do you remember that little
Yes.
place on the river that we went to? That
Yes.
was really cool.
We had a really great lunch. Pad see you.
Pad see ew, which was delicious. I did not know that that was my favorite Thai dish, and then I had it, and it was my favorite Thai dish. It was delicious.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
And the artist market was cool because it was all like local art, like homemade,
Mhm.
handmade arts
Yeah,
things.
and there was, like, studio space in the back, like, you could see where they were actually making art and
Yeah,
stuff,
there
which
were
is really
classes
cool.
to like make beaded bracelets or paintings or things like that. It was really fun.
I like to think I'm creative like that,
Oh,
but
I'm
I
not.
am not
Nope,
gifted in that
not
regard.
even a little bit.
I can do graphics and things, but when it comes to, like, handcrafting things, you don't want me doing any
No,
crafting.
either one of us, honestly.
And then that night was probably one of my favorite nights of the trip was when we did this, like, food tour, but on tuk-tuks, and
Oh yeah, that
we
was super
all,
fun.
like there was, like, 2 people per tuk-tuk, so it was just, like, this big caravan of tuk-tuks, like, wandering around, Bangkok, which was way better than doing it in a car because the traffic there is so insane that at least the tuk-tuks could kinda weave around a little bit. But I think we went to, like how many stops did we go to?
I think it was 3. We went to an open air market, um, and our guide got us some treats, and then we went to a restaurant that was, like, Michelin star rated
Mhm.
for pad thai,
Yeah.
and then we tried a whole bunch of, local treats, including, like, cockroaches and things.
Yeah. Did you eat one of the cockroaches? We were sitting at different tables, so I don't know what you ate.
I didn't have a cockroach, I did have a beetle.
Okay. How
I
was a beetle?
don't know why the beetle was less scary to me than the cockroach, but looking back, it should have been
Yeah.
scarier.
I didn't eat any of the bugs, which I'm normally like I'll try anything once, but I couldn't bring myself to do it that day. But all the fruits, like I think
Oh,
we
the
had
fruits were
probably like
phenomenal.
15 different kinds of fruits that I couldn't even name,
Yeah,
were unreal.
they were so good. All the fruit was delicious. Yeah, I didn't eat a lot of the bugs, just a beetle. There were like brains and balls and things. I nibbled on a ball, but
Balls of
I
What
don't
do you mean
remember.
brains and
But
balls?
there was a brain. There was some sort of brain. You guys,
Okay, I know there was a brain, but what balls?
I don't
Whose
remember. They're
balls?
little chicken balls. I don't remember.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Those were actually
They were
really
just
good.
handing you skewers that were like
Yeah,
brains and balls and all kinds of things. I don't know. It was weird. It was all really weird, but it was all really
yeah.
delicious.
And our guide
I was
kept
like, I don't know.
explaining yeah. He kept explaining stuff, and I was like, I'm still not understanding what
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is,
yeah.
but thank you.
Uh-huh. Oh, there was chicken butt.
Chicken
There
butt.
was definitely chicken butt because I made a few jokes as that was being passed around.
Of course you were.
I'm a
That
grown up,
was
everyone, I
that
promise.
was fun. Was that the night we went to the flower market too?
Yes.
Yeah, one of the stops on the tour was a flower market, and it was super cool because it's open 24 hours a day, 365.
Mhm.
You can buy flowers any time of day you want in Bangkok, and the busiest time for them was midnight because that's when like the freshest deliveries would come in, and so that's when people would like go and get their flowers, which I thought was the
Oh, that's
coolest
when we
thing.
learned how to fold the lotus flower, which
Oh,
was really
yeah. Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah. We had a lotus I keep wanting to say White Lotus because of the show, and I'm obsessed.
We were not
Um,
in Taiwan.
you wanna live in Taiwan? Um, yeah, they taught us how to make the, lotus flower, and some of us were really good at it, and some of us, me, were not so
You were
good at it.
fine.
I mean, they kept, like
You folded it.
that little, like, grandma
You
lady who
got
came
to an
over
ending point.
and
That's the
judged,
important
like,
part.
she looked at me and was like,
Oh,
"Oh,"
sweetie.
like, you could just tell she was like, "This is not for you." Told you, me and crafting, not not a good thing. But the next day was also super fun and busy. We did a lot there were a lot of markets on this trip. There was no shortage of shopping, but the first one we went to was super cool. It was the railway market, and I'm not
Mhm.
sure if you guys have been to Thailand or know like some of the more touristy things to do, but it's basically just your regular old market, all the different shops and things, but there's literally a railroad track like right through the middle of it. And to the point where like the only walkway that you have is the actual railroad.
Yeah.
Like the stops are that close to the tracks. And then like twice a day or something, maybe more than that, it comes through the market, but all the stores like pull all their supplies and like items back in and then close their doors and like their awnings and all this stuff and like I mean, it happens within like a 5-minute period. They move so fast.
So fast.
The market was really cool because you're literally just like so close to that train. Like they could never allow you to do that in the US because like people in the US would probably sue somebody for the train
Oh, I'm
company.
sure.
But that's really good to know that Vietnam has one too, since we are thinking about going there
Yeah,
next year.
I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah,
To compare the two, because see how quickly they move.
right. Yeah, right. It's not a competition, Vietnam versus
It
Thailand,
is.
but it is, and we'll be watching.
And then from the train market, we ended up going to a floating market, small boats into canal, I guess.
Yeah, it was like little canals for sure.
And they were either like stores on the river, or you had like boats sitting out on the river too that were
Hmm.
selling you items.
It was cool because at first I was like, "Oh, we're just like gonna boat around and like look at all these shops and like you could pull over like on your boat into like some of these stores and like shop."
Hmm.
Or there were actually people selling things on other boats. So you'd be like, "Oh, that was fun." And all of a sudden a boat would come up to you and be like, "Here, do you want this shirt?" And you're like,
Hmm.
"Whoa, what is happening?" It was honestly a little bit of like stimulation
Sensory
overload.
overload for
Yeah.
sure. Hmm.
But it was a really cool experience to see that. And then we went to lunch and we had what I think gave me food poisoning, but at the time was the most delicious meal. I had this like pineapple fried rice with chicken. Actually, you know what? Just thinking about it is kind of making my stomach turn. But it was really good. I ate so much of it. It was so good. But yeah, I we think I got food poisoning on this trip. And I
We
think
don't think he got food
yeah.
poisoning. We know he got food poisoning. We don't know what gave it to him,
Yeah.
though. We're assuming it was this one meal, because what's funny is that three of us ate the same thing. Two of them got sick, and I didn't. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Selena said she didn't feel so great either
mhm.
after it. But I don't know. Normally I have a stomach of steel, but that trip I that did me in. And then after the floating market that night we is when we went to the drag show.
Oh, which was so fun.
Incredible experience.
So
Like
fun.
I think maybe the best drag show I've ever been to.
Yeah,
Top 3 at least.
for sure.
But we upgraded our tables. Like we got the option from our tour guide when we started the trip. He was like, just so you know, we can upgrade tables. And like everybody thought that would be a fun idea. So we were like right up on the stage. We got up close and personal. Andrew, maybe more than others, with some of these drag queens.
Listen, I just feel like you just have to let the queens know that you're a good time, and I am. And they understood, and I understood the assignment, and we all had a great time.
Yeah. It was so fun, and they were all contestants on, like, RuPaul's Drag Race
Thailand,
Thailand,
yes.
which was even cooler because it's
Mhm.
like, okay, you don't get on a show like that without being, like, even the worst drag queens on Drag Race are, like, the
Phenomenal.
best drag queens,
Yeah.
so it showed how talented they were,
Oh
and I
my
think
God, it
there
was
were
an
either 3 of
amazing
them?
show.
5 of them?
6?
I'm terrible at counting apparently. But they were all so, so good.
Our
And that
table
was
included
fun.
drinks, and if that's why Rich can't
Yeah,
count.
some of the night got really fuzzy. And yeah, it was fun because our group got really into it. Like Kara, like there was like this dance competition or whatever
Mhm.
on stage, and one of our travelers, Kara, who's been on a bunch of trips with us now and is coming on
I
more
can't wait to
trips.
insert the
Yeah, we need to like
the video of that.
pull up a clip like of it for you guys to see. But it was so fun and she got so into it and she did a full like drop on stage.
Yeah.
I was like, damn
Death
girl.
dropped. She was
Yeah.
like, "Ow."
Uh-huh.
Probably would have done the
Um
same. I had gone to the bathroom. It was the whole
Yeah.
dance thing.
It was cute because then like she was one of the top 2 finalists and like before they announced the winner, like the 2 of them were holding hands. Like you felt like you were watching like American Idol or something.
It
You're
was super fun.
like one of them's going home with the prize. It was cute. But that was a super fun
I
night.
love Kara. She is always down for a good time.
Yeah. But the next day was when we traveled to Phuket, and thank God our flight wasn't until like 12:30 because I woke up the next morning thinking I was hungover as hell, and I was not. I it turns out it was more than just a hangover because I don't get sick like that from drinking, but I was like, I drank. This must be what happened. I ended up just so sick for the next probably 2 or 3 days, like just deathly ill.
You hit
Like
it well.
It wouldn't stop.
You hit it well.
Like, half of our group had no idea, which is great because I didn't want anyone to, like, feel too bad for me, like, I wanted to everyone to have the experience that they wanted to have, but I was, like, deathly ill. It was like, "I'm gonna go take a little breather. I'm tired right now," and I just, like, run out of a room to a bathroom.
So thankfully, on this day, the only thing that we had to do was fly from Bangkok to Phuket, which made the day a lot easier. But as flight attendants, we were super judgmental, so we were excited to see what the airline had to offer us.
Yeah, and they were amazing. What was it? Bangkok Airways?
I think so.
Is that what it
Yeah,
was called?
I
They
don't
were
remember.
so good. Like, it was an hour-long flight,
We had a full
full meal.
meal on a
Yeah.
1 hour flight.
And, rumor has it it was good. I wasn't eating that day, but I heard it was
There's no
actually
rumors. It
decent
was
food.
delicious food.
But it
It
was
was
really
really good.
nice.
I ate the whole thing. I just couldn't believe it. There weren't really options available to anyone, which is
Right.
what I have now decided is the problem in aviation is that we give two people too many options. They just
Yeah.
set food in front of you and everyone was
Yep.
like, "Oh, I get food. This is wonderful."
Yeah. I didn't even really hear anybody complaining about
There
it. Like,
wasn't
it
even drink options. It was orange juice, tea, or water.
Yep.
You didn't get a lot of
You didn't get
options.
anything else, but they did offer it twice. Like,
Mhm.
they came back through at the end
Two
and
beverage
offered them
services, a
again.
meal service, and a 1 hour flight.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. It
Blown
was
away.
wild.
Now
Loved it.
I finally believe the, like, senior mamas in US airlines that are like, "Back in my day, we served a full meal from Philly to Pittsburgh." I'm like, "Maybe you did."
They probably did,
They probably
honestly.
did.
They probably weren't giving anybody any choices. They were just
No,
like, here, 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 here,
but
here, here,
yeah.
here.
Luckily, we made it in one piece to the next hotel. I did survive the trip, and the pool area was so nice at our hotel in Phuket. Like, I could have just stayed there for days. I It was so relaxing. The view was, like, incredible. You could see, like, all of Phuket from the top of that, like, hotel. It was so nice.
Yeah. It was nice just to like, after Bangkok and being on like go, 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 go the whole time, it was nice to like get to the hotel midday and just relax the afternoon away.
Yeah. What did we do the next day?
We took an 8 hour boat ride that included the Phi Phi Islands.
I think it was PP is how
PV?
they say it. That's how they say it in Thai.
Okay.
I just remember them telling us that because our group, has the maturity level, like, we're all just, like, little middle schoolers and kept laughing about PP. So, yeah.
I guess it was the PP Islands then.
But yeah, we did the PB Island hopping tour, and I didn't realize how much island hopping there was gonna be. Like, we made several stops throughout the day, had our own like private boat with this incredible guide, Jessica, who was like phenomenal. She was so much fun.
Although she pulled what every captain in a US airline is. Like, she was like, it's going to be smooth today. You're very lucky. Very good weather. We get out on this boat and we're being thrown 5 feet in the
Yeah.
air.
We were all airborne at least one point throughout the day because it was so bumpy. And her and JJ, our tour guide, kept being like, "No, seriously, like it's a really smooth day." Like apparently one day they did it in like a monsoon, and it was like I would have said no to
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it was still really bumpy, but it was fun.
So for those of you who don't know, the Phi Phi Islands are the really popular beaches in Thailand. They're made famous for being on the beach.
The
Is that the
beach, the
movie?
movie, yeah,
Movie The Beach. So we went to the island. They won't let you in the water because it's a shark sanctuary.
yeah.
So you can't put more than like literally the bottom of your foot into the
Hmm.
water, because they don't want like the sunscreen or anything to affect the water, for the sharks.
Yeah. And of course, there were a few tourists that, like, not in our group, obviously, but there were a few tourists there that were just blatantly breaking the
Oh, they'll pull
rules.
you out of the water too.
They went after those people like they committed a heinous crime, which they did. I mean, like, shark conservation is obviously important. Like, nature conservation in general is important, and like, they should probably just close the beach and not allow tourists in, but yeah, it was really cool to see how much Thailand focuses on their conservation efforts and things like that, especially with tourism being, you know, insane there.
Well, because apparently it used to be a really popular tourist destination,
Mhm.
and then during COVID, it closed. The tourism kind of stopped for a little while, and the sharks started coming back. So that's why they've decided to. They won't let boats park in a certain area. They won't let people into the water because the sharks came back when
Oh, I
people
totally
left.
missed that. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
And I have to tell you, if you do go to the Phi Phi Islands at any point and you're with a guide, put your camera down and just explore. Because she like took us over, like there's a really pretty spot where everyone was taking pictures, but then if you walked a little further, like she was like, and there's a shark, and there's a shark, and look at that shark. So follow the guide. Put your camera down and follow the guide. It was a really good time.
That's one thing I've really learned to love about these group trips that we do is there's so many cool things that I would never see on my own or that I would never see in this way on my
Correct.
own.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've seen things that people miss and it's been really cool having like trusted local people with us.
Agree 100%. I've learned so much because of these local guides about the area that we're in, and I just really enjoy it a lot.
Me too. And I really enjoy seeing how much people like JJ and Jessica like love where they live.
Yeah.
Like they're so proud of it,
Hmm.
rightfully so.
Correct.
And it's just really cool to see that passion shine through.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would be so enthusiastic being a tour guide in the US right now. Although I do really love living in Philadelphia. But
Yeah. And
yeah,
there's a lot
it's
of
really cool.
history. From the Phi Phi Islands, we ended up on a private, well, they put us on a
Yeah,
private
one
island
of
so
the
we could go
stops is a private
swimming and
island.
snorkeling, and
Yep.
we had fun doing that. Then we went to a floating restaurant out in
Oh,
the
that
middle of
was
the
so
ocean.
cool.
It was really cool, and the food was phenomenal. They had this like coconut and lemongrass soup. I don't even know how to describe it. It was warm and cold and just deliciously perfect. It was so
Yeah.
yummy.
It was really cool. There was just a bunch of docks, like, chilling in the middle of
Yeah.
this river, that we were out sitting on. It was really cool.
All fresh seafood. They're literally fishing it out in the nets.
Mhm.
Like, it was so yummy.
Yeah. That was honestly probably a highlight of the trip, despite me being still pretty sick that day, like, just seeing all those beautiful sights that you see in movies and on TV and, like, you kinda dream about, and then you see, those big cliffs and things like that in person and just, like, the magnitude of everything, like, the amount of beauty that we saw that day was unreal.
It was insane. It was really, truly magical.
And then day 6, it was another fun day, but we had a lot of downtime on day 6, which that's another good thing I love about these trips is like some of the days are really jam packed and some of them are really chill because it's nice to have downtime sometimes too.
Yeah.
And so, like, we slept in, we went to the pool, we got massages, like all those like things you think you're going to do on a relaxing beach vacation. We did that day and it was so nice.
Now I have to warn all of you. We did get a lot of massages while we were there, but we did get a Thai massage at one place.
And we got, like, the weak one, because Thai massages are supposed to be really intense, and we were like, "Go easy on us."
And we got the intense one.
We
It's
got the
like
shit beat out of
I
us.
literally. They were taking bamboo sticks to our feet and shit. It was I felt so good afterwards, but, like, if you're not familiar with a Thai massage, it's like elbow into your back pushing.
Yeah.
It's not like normal massage.
No, and it was funny because we did a couples massage, and I just could hear Andrew on the other table, and I heard the lady be like, "Pressure okay?" And you'd be like, "Uh-huh," and then like, "Oh." And I was like, "Are you alright over there?"
No, and every time I groaned thinking she would know she was too much, she took it as a personal challenge to,
Yeah.
like, push harder, and I was like, "Well, here we are." Felt so good the next day, though,
Yeah.
so it was worth every grunt and groan.
It really was nice and cheap too, like, even getting it at, like, a big hotel chain like that, like, it was still cheap as hell,
Yeah,
which was so nice.
so nice.
But yeah, that day was super relaxing, and then that night, I couldn't believe it, like, the trip felt like it flew by so fast, but, like, Phuket, they call it, like, a local treats tour, and I think we had 5 stops on this tour, and we took the vans around, it wasn't like tuk-tuks this time, but we had our farewell dinner, we went to another night market, we went to this, like, lookout point to look at, like, Phuket at night, which was really pretty, what else was on that tour? Oh, we went to Old Town,
Oh,
which
yeah.
Might have been one of my favorite parts of Phuket.
Same.
So charming, so cute.
It was
Lots of
beautiful.
just like really cute restaurants and shops. We bought a lot of stuff there. Again, shopping, kind of a big theme of our trip.
We did. We didn't get to spend enough time there. And if I go back to Phuket, Old Town is where I would be. We were originally going to stay a couple extra days, but Rich was sick and we just decided to.
Yeah.
So we
Well,
didn't stay any extra.
it was also Chinese New Year
Oh,
too.
yes.
And like when we went to Bali last year, we were like, or the year before, we were like, oh, we'll just get an Airbnb, we'll plan something, stay a few days, typical flight attendant, like kind of let's just wing it. And we looked at hotels and Airbnbs and they were all like hundreds and hundreds of dollars a night. So we were like, well, I guess we're leaving today. And like people on our trip kept being like, so wait, when are you guys leaving again? We were like, I don't know, a few days, tomorrow, today, like, and so we literally ended up leaving that last day whenever, well, a lot of people were leaving, but
Yeah.
the farewell like Phuket night was super fun. We got to see a lot of cool things in Phuket and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. I would 100% go back. I
Oh
don't.
yeah.
I mean, there's more Phuket to explore.
Yes.
We didn't make it to Chiang Mai, which I hear is
I know
phenomenal.
everyone says that. If you've been to Chiang Mai, send us some recommendations.
Yeah. So we have a lot more Thailand to explore. So we will be going back at some point. But what little we saw was phenomenal.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it so immensely.
Yeah. But Thailand was cool. There's so much more places we want to see. I mean,
Mhm.
we're thinking Vietnam, Iceland, South Africa. Like, there's 1,000 places we want to go. And check the show notes. There's a button where you can text us. And if you want to travel with us, maybe shoot us a text and tell us where you want to go next because we want to go where you want to go. This year we still have 3 more trips. If anybody wants to join us, we're going to Peru. We're going to India, and then we're doing a Christmas market trip, which I'm so excited about because I love Christmas. I'm so excited. We're going to Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. We're doing Christmas markets in all 3 of those cities. We're doing castle tours. There's like a marzipan class. Like there's all these super cool things that we're doing to make it kind of more of a comprehensive like culture trip, as well as Christmas market fun because we like to do a mixture of all sorts of things, and I'm so excited about that. Plus, you just sent me something about like a spy hotel or
Oh,
something
yeah. The
in
KGB one. We're
Estonia.
staying extra. We're staying at
Yeah.
this KGB
So we
hotel.
might go early and stay in this KGB hotel because that would be super cool.
Uh-huh.
We're both nerds and love spy things, so we think that would be really interesting. But anyways, please come on a trip with us.
Yeah.
Christmas markets, India, Peru. We still have a few spots available on India, but it is filling up really quickly. And then Peru and the Christmas trips. So just go to twoguysonaplane.com/travel and reserve your spot today. We can't wait to travel with you.
Yeah.
Before we go, we're gonna do one of our favorite segments. This is Galley Gossip. So, Galley Gossip is where we read a story from one of our listeners about a crazy thing that happened to them while on a flight or while traveling. You can go to twoguysonaplane.com/podcast and submit your stories. You can be anonymous or you don't have to be anonymous. We're happy to give you a shout out on air if you so choose. But we've gotten some pretty interesting stories, so please keep them coming because we are always entertained. Today's story is from Rachel. She is Boston based. She said, we had a couple boarding our full flight from Disney. They had the gear, the whole getup, matching ears, shirts, the whole thing. I can hear you cringing already. This is like our least favorite passengers. But anyways, they were telling everyone that they had just gotten married. They were kissing, taking selfies, making small talk with anyone who would listen to them. Mid-flight, I decided to be nice and bring them champagne. And the woman quietly said, oh, actually, we're breaking up after this trip. We just didn't want to waste the honeymoon, so we decided to fake it. The rest of the flight, they sat there in silence, but still held hands and said hello anytime someone walked by to congratulate them. This is hilarious, but I don't even understand. I understand going on the honeymoon and not wasting the money, but I don't understand faking it because it sounds like they turned down the free champagne. So it wasn't even like they did it for free.
You're not even fully committed to the bit. I don't understand.
Right. Like
Why
lean
would you
in.
do it?
Yeah.
Right. Why would you pull the bit if you're not going to fully commit to the bit?
Yeah. I think I still would have been like, well, it sounds like you need something more than champagne. I would have come back with whiskey.
Wait, did they get married?
No, I don't think so.
So they just went on the trip. They didn't
I think
actually
they
get married.
I think they. She said they broke up. Yeah, we're breaking up after the trip.
After the trip. But
Does
did
that
they
mean
get
got
married?
Rachel, we have questions.
And then decided to go on the honeymoon and they didn't like each other and were breaking up afterwards?
Maybe.
Or did they not go through with the wedding
Oh, I
and
need
just
to know
didn't
the
want to throw
answer.
the vacation away?
Rachel, message us.
Please.
We need to start
Fill in
having
the
these people
gaps.
on air live because
I think so.
we always have follow-up questions and we never get the answer.
Also, most people aren't as nosy as I am, so they wouldn't have asked these questions anyways.
Facts. You would make a great detective or spy.
Probably.
That goes back to us wanting
Yeah.
to nerd
I
out
would
over
probably
spy
make a good
things.
spy. Okay, Rachel, we love your story. Disney adults are weird.
Yeah.
And this just proves it to me.
Disney
It's just
adults.
weird behavior. You
Strange
don't
behavior.
have another Disney friend that could have gone on this vacation with you
Right.
instead of taking somebody you were like
Apparently not.
adamantly not going to be around for the rest of forever.
Wild.
That's psychotic behavior, truthfully.
Well, keep sending us your stories. Go to twoguysonaplane.com/podcast. We can't wait to hear from you.
Join us next time for more humor, heart, and stories from our beverage cart.
This episode was brought to you by StaffTraveler, the #1 non-rev app. If you travel on standby tickets and are looking to make your journey easy and stress-free, check out the StaffTraveler app in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Visit stafftraveler.com/2guys to learn more and sign up.
An ironic media production. Visit us at ironickmedia.com.